Hey,
What's up?
it's Friday, finally. Everybody was posting yesterday online. They don't even know what day it is. You felt any of that?
No, I haven't felt that. He's doing awesome.
She's better than you.
He's
by the
doing
way.
awesome. Life is perfect for him.
She's making up stuff.
You just said that. You were like,
I never said life's perfect. It's been
having
a good week.
amazing.
It's been a good week for me. I'm an introvert and a homebody, so
That is great.
it's been a real rough week on my wife. So I've been trying to help her as much as I can. How are you holding up this week? It's been a wild ride here. Who would have thought we'd be where we are right now?
Oh, yeah.
A week ago. Janelle obviously irritated with me today, so we can watch that transpire on video. I'm driving her crazy, and she wants to get out of here as fast as she can.
No.
So I'm gonna go over here 6 feet away from her, and because she needs about 8 to 12 feet today.
I need a lot of this.
How are you holding up this week? What's your reactions? What's going on with you this follow-up Friday? Robert's there.
What's up, Rob?
Robert's not working. Social Security Administration shut down. Happy
Hey,
Friday, Mike. I'm glad Friday is
What's up,
here.
Mike?
Sarah and I are talking about trying to do one of those, I think I told you this, the movie rentals where they're letting out movies.
Universal is.
You could pay like $20, which I was mad about at first, and then Sarah was like, do you know how much we pay?
I was crazy when I brought it up. That's dumb. Who wants to pay $20? Well, I'm glad you're doing it.
Like I told you, she is super irritated with me today, so watch this for the next like 15 to 20 minutes.
Everybody knows you're crazy.
So-
Hi, Mike and Adrian. And Rob. So you guys are. What movie are you looking forward to watching?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Whatever my wife wants to watch. I'm a good husband.
So Jason Champion is from Cleveland. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Do you know him, Robert?
And Rob has to report to work. He don't know what's going on. He's living. Remember that movie Pleasantville? That's where he's living. Because he's an introvert and he's chilling.
What's funny is I've pointed out now multiple times that she's irritated with me today.
Why you got?
And now every
Ain't
time I
nothing wrong
say
with him.
something,
Ain't nothing
she's
wrong with
doing
him.
this. Robert, I thought they shut down. Like, you can't go to the office, but you must still be there.
They
like,
gotta
doing stuff.
work. They gotta work. Welcome to COVID-19 USA.
Wow, my wife's here. Maybe it'll be nice now that my wife showed up. Goodness sakes.
Margaret, Sarah, what movie are you guys gonna watch? Maybe she'll tell us. I know there has to be a reason. Derek says, Brian and Janelle, a great show today.
Oh, thanks, Derek. Glad you appreciated that. How's your family holding up, bro? We'd love to hear more from you guys about the way your week has been. We needed a follow-up Friday just to kind of debrief on how things have been going. Been a crazy week. A lot of unexpected things.
Adrian says, One Night with the King is my all-time favorite.
Movie?
I've
Yeah.
never heard of that.
I'll have to go check it out. What are you doing?
Somebody left a message and said, for the first time, I heard your ending song and I love it. Usually I'm already at work at the Y before 9, so thanks to COVID-19, I could listen to you longer.
All right, Nancy Jean. Yeah,
That's awesome.
that's how we always end Fridays. Love that. Definitely.
Lana, what's up, Lana? She says, I want to watch I Still Believe, which I hear will be available on streaming 1 week from today.
Oh, yeah. That it's just the Jeremy Camp movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch commercials or like hardly anything, so I don't know what movies are coming out.
What are you doing?
It's just really
I've
weird.
been binge watching this week. I watched a movie yesterday, like a Mission Impossible movie or something.
Oh, that's cool. Danella says, I love you guys. Such a breath of fresh air. We love you, Danella.
Thank you, Danelle. Listen, look, she's being nicer to me now. And you. Isn't that
No,
good?
he got issues. He's been tripping today. I don't know what's wrong.
She's been crabby
Sarah
today.
says, I want to see The Invisible Man. The kids want Jumanji.
They want Jumanji, Sarah?
That's cool, Sarah.
It's like Jumanji 2. Who wants to watch that?
Robert says, some employees are teleworking. My position has to show up. The public can still use our website and call in.
Oh.
Adrian
Sorry,
says,
Rob.
it's based on the book of Esther. I have it on DVD, so I don't know where it's streaming at.
Oh, okay.
Mark says, good morning. Working from home, Janelle. I feel your pain having to deal with Diva across from you. Thank you, Mark. It's been a rough morning. Rough morning. Thank you. It's like we're living in two different countries. So the Bahamas right now, I've heard, is one of the safest countries in the world. The Bahamas. He's like in the Bahamas, and I'm over here in the United States, like, you know, understanding, like, yeah, this is a weird week.
I'm enjoying working with my colleague, Janelle. That's what I'm doing today.
Gosh.
She's irritated with me.
Tripping.
So
Callie
she needs
says,
the weekend. Big time.
Whatever. Callie says, I also want to see The Invisible Man. Does it cost anything to watch?
Yeah, you're gonna. They're gonna charge more for this now, but what they're doing. Some movie companies are taking films that are are. The movie theaters are closed, but are in the theater or would be, and they're releasing them on streaming. You just got to pay more for it. Usually rentals at home are like $5 to $6. They're charging $20. But as Sarah rightfully pointed out, because I struggle with math,
Duh.
if her and I wanted to go just together, it'd be $20. But if we brought the kids, it'd be way more than that. So we're actually saving money.
And guys, for those who have Disney Plus, Frozen 2 was accelerated, so it's like out free.
Did you
Frozen 2.
you guys watch that yet?
I watched it with the girls at the movie theater. And the boys didn't watch it, and so the fight has been for weeks. Don't tell us anything. Don't tell us the ending and whatever. And so we're gonna be able to watch it all together. The boys like Frozen.
Did you get Disney Plus?
My 17-year-old likes Frozen, and he keeps telling the kids, "Don't ever mention that in front of my friends."
And you just told it to the internet. Your oldest
He
loves
loves
it?
Frozen, yeah.
Wow. Isaiah Nevels loves Frozen.
My kids have tender hearts. He loves Frozen. What were you asked the question before that? What did you ask?
He made his siblings promise to never tell
He's
anyone.
like, y'all better not say nothing. It's not funny.
And his mom is here.
What did you just say? You said something about Frozen. I don't like those movies. Like, I don't like cartoons. The only cartoon I've liked as an adult is Up. Like that's a deep movie. Up is tight. Okay. Frozen 2 I actually paid attention to, and it was like, oh, okay, it's good. It was all right.
How are you guys doing? It's follow-up Friday. You made it through the week.
Donella says, my boys like it too. They're 17 and 13. That's cool.
Oh,
Frozen 2 is cool.
Danella could get her boys together with your older boys, and they could have a
Yeah.
Frozen party. They could dress up.
It was really cool on Frozen 2 how they had the prince sing his own song. That was kind of cool. Carrie says, I guess I didn't realize how much of an introvert I was because my life isn't too much different. I love not having to go out.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say earlier, Carrie. Like she's irritated that I've been having a good week. Her and her sister will get in the car and just drive around because they can't stay home.
For the kids, no.
And so, I'm the same as you, Carrie, and I've been having it feels pretty much the same. So thank you. Go ahead now. You can interrupt me and tell me how
no, because it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
I don't need to convince you.
That's fine.
Robert says, my girls debated which soundtrack was better, The Prince of Egypt or Frozen 1 and 2.
Boy, it's getting boring up in your house if that's what they're debate.
Donella says they don't like it that much, Brian. I know, Donella. I don't know what's wrong with him. Tara says, yes, it's real life when you realize your lifestyle is called quarantine.
Yeah, no joke. And Tara's with me on that too. Yeah.
Adrian agrees. She loves being home.
So what do you have to say to that? You're going to get mad at them too?
I actually like being home. And especially after I started working, you can ask my kids. And I like the fact, and I said it earlier in the week, that we've been forced to slow down. So even though all their athletics have been stopped, all our extracurricular stopped because, believe it or not, homeschools are not home on a regular season. I like that. But I'm a mom. So, like many of you, it's different to, I just want to stay home, to like, my kids can't go nowhere. They can't go to the park. They're all in the house. All their activities are in the house. Like, life has been changed. So I got to manage all of that. So for me to say, I don't have to go out, that's great. Yeah, that's good. But there's other things that I got to manage, So
I got 5 kids.
I mean, that's fine. Your situation is going great. I'm just saying it's not just me. It's not just me saying, I could stay home. There's other dynamics that I have to deal with. So it's not just, I can stay home, do whatever you want.
You're my good friend, but what Tara is talking about and others, what they're pointing to is like, I'm the person that would prefer to make my own sandwich at home, and you drive to Columbus for lunch.
Yeah.
So, like, you like to go out. Like, you're not a homebody. Homebodies don't drive to Columbus for lunch.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Sarah says, whatever.
Wow.
Sarah says, so I am camp introvert all the way, but we can now talk about how we get no alone time. Thank you, Sarah. That's what I'm talking about. Loving the introvert life is going to flip on us pretty soon.
It will pretty soon.
That's what I'm talking about. It's one thing to be like, I get to stay home. It's another thing to have your extrovert son who's tripping and you can't tell him, go to the gym and go play ball or go with your friends. It's way different. So it's really cute the first week. You don't live alone.
Is there a point, do you think, when he's going to accept that he can't go somewhere and stop lying about it?
I have no idea because we've never been through this. But it's,
That's
you
tough.
know, it's real.
That's
Their
tough.
emotions, their stuff, you know. Daniel says social distancing is really nothing new. It's just being enforced now.
There's some truth in that. That's deep, Daniel.
Yeah. Yeah, very deep. Mike says, up is so sad, though. It is sad. It really is sad.
First Lady Anita's here.
Donella says, extrovert versus introvert. There's no one way to eat a Reese's.
It's true. Danella, that's absolutely true. One isn't better than the other, most certainly. But I think it's extroverts who are struggling more than most right now.
I agree. Tara says, my husband is an introvert who works in the medical field, so he is a little disappointed that he will not get to experience the quarantine. Aw. For the record, I am an extrovert, love to go out, host dinner parties, and just be around people. Thank God I'm still able to work as of right now.
Yeah, that's true, Tara. Yep.
Mark says, funniest thing was going to Disney and seeing the Frozen stage play and seeing not just little girls, but teenage boys singing, oh, let it go to the top of their lungs. My son and I didn't want to go in, but my wife and daughter made us go. I was rolling in my chair. That was a great show, and the ending was amazing. They did a great job. Angela says, I love being home full-time for a season. My husband has to go to work at a hotel where many employees have been laid off, and he is picking up a lot of slack.
That's tough.
He loves coming home to his introverted wife who is chilling and not stressed. It makes his burden lighter.
That's where it is. Awesome.
That is really good. That's good, Angela. How else are you
I'm
guys
trying not to say much because
handling-
I don't want to irritate Janelle.
No,
So,
you don't have to irritate me.
That's okay.
It's good.
She's super irritated with me, so I'm just going to sit over here
No,
and wait
I'm
for
good.
you guys to comment. How you been holding up this follow-up Friday?
Has anybody tried the Netflix party? That looks super fun. But we haven't tried it yet.
It looks horrible, but that's fine.
Just like the Universal one that you're about to watch.
No, but I don't like when people talk during movies.
Yeah.
And the whole concept of a Netflix party encourages people to talk during movies. So I won't be doing that. But you can do it. Have a good time.
It's not about me. It's about my kids with Nana and Papa. Mike says, Brian, you don't have to talk to annoy Janelle.
That is evidence today, Mike.
God.
My existence has been...
No, stop, Brian. We're just playing. Oh, my gosh. We're just playing. Calm down. Tara says, what's a Netflix party? So Netflix has this thing. You need a Chrome browser to do it. But you can watch a Netflix movie. And it has a chat box at the bottom. You can watch it with people in different houses. So, for example, I was thinking of having my kids watch Frozen 2 when Nana and Papa, who we can't go visit. And just watch it with them and kind of talk to them during the movie. You could chat underneath. So it's a nice twist to things, but since we're in this for the long run, it's just one more thing different that you can try. Some people are excited, some people are not. So Jesse says, good morning, guys. So good to hear you. I don't like to be at home at all times, but it is for the safety of others and for ours. I only have one teen, so we're trying to do fun things here. Between TV episodes like 10 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, oh yeah. Walk the dog. I'm extroverted. I miss contact with people, my church, and going out. And the sun, hello, yes.
Yes, Sarah's been frustrated, Jesse, that it's not been nice weather yet. And it just drove her nuts that today's going to be like warm but rainy.
I
She's like,
know.
what? What is
So
that? It'd be easier to
annoying.
send the kids out in that situation.
And then the temperature's going to go.
The dog walking thing is interesting too. I've seen more people walking their dogs
Oh, yes.
than have ever walked their dogs before. Some fat dogs are getting some
Yeah,
walking.
yeah.
My dogs, I was just in another room the other day, just yesterday, and one of my dogs started making a sound I had never heard before.
What?
And I'm like, what is happening? Like, is someone hurting him? Or no, he was so excited to see my oldest daughter putting their collars on to take them on a walk. So my oldest daughter's been taking them on walks. They've been liking that.
Oh, that's good. Mike says, give the children construction paper and a few other craft items and have them make up a new game to play.
More than that, Mike, Janelle's been doing this too. We just leave the craft stuff out on the table, and every once in a while look up and somebody's sitting at the table making a craft or starting one and then walking away.
Yeah. Brian says, how do I keep my wife and kids from going to her parents like they do every Sunday where there's 30 or more people? Wow.
There's if you need to convince somebody about social isolation, this is the article that you need. Brian, this might be helpful for you. I've seen a whole bunch of influential Christians sharing this. It's by Dr. Francis Collins. He's one of the most influential scientists in the country, and he's a bold follower of Jesus. And he did this and he's the director, by the way, of the National Institutes for Health. And he did a whole thing about why it's good from his professional Christian perspective to do social distancing, and it's a must. So that might help if you got to convince someone to stop going around and hanging out with people all the time, to show them that article. It's not just from science, it's from a Christian who's one of the most influential scientists in the country. So go check it out. That might help you, Brian.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Sandy says, happy spring. It's going to feel like springtime today. And we might, you know what, some days I don't care about the rain. This might be a day the kids will have to put on their rain boots or something. Mike says, Janelle, I like the new picture on the monitor advertising the show. Oh, thank you, Mike.
We don't have anything to do with that. We just show up and talk.
Yeah,
here's one of my favorites I've seen going around. A friend just texted this to me. For the first time in history, we can save the human race by laying in front of the TV and doing nothing. Let's not screw this up. Someone's like, Brian should teach that class. He's been doing that for years.
Deborah, windows open, enjoying the breeze. Oh, yeah, I can't wait to drive today. It's like 70 degrees. Oh, yeah. Brian says, thank you for the information. What are your plans this weekend? Besides being home, I'm saying, what are you going to do?
I'm thinking about cracking out Uno with the kids, because it's the only game that we can play with my little boys and the older kids that someone doesn't get really angry and walk away.
Oh, yeah.
You have that problem with games with the kids, with the ages?
No, they're pretty good. The age is not the angry part. It's like, it's a different kind of game. So, like, when we play, there's a game that's so cool. It's called Blockist. Oh, my goodness, it is so cool. So the girls know how to play it. But it's like, they're 8 and 6. So when it's the teams and we all 4 get on it, it's like, you know, the strategies are just better. So I have to separate them. But once the girls are like, oh, I'm playing next, it just like kind of dumbs it down.
Yeah, games fall apart when your ages are too dramatically different. There's very few games that work for that, but I found Uno is easy enough.
Uno is, yeah.
That even the kindergartner can sort of do it.
Yeah.
You know
One time, Len, who always sometimes takes stuff to the next level, he had all eight of us playing Uno, so he took 2 decks, put them together. It was like, everybody's playing right now. He handed it out. It was hilarious. So yeah, Uno is perfect. I like that. And you made that thing we still use where the girls
card holders,
put their cards.
Yeah, I made card holders. You guys use those?
Yeah.
Oh, good. It helps with little kids. Yeah.
Yeah. Deborah says, will Facebook shut down due to overuse? I have actually heard the internet. Oh, she says because of churches live streaming. I've heard the internet's getting overburdened. Have you seen that?
Yes, and it might be good for us if it shuts down for a while. I hate to say that.
I know, right?
But, Tara wants us to put that article up. Would you mind?
Yeah.
She's got the keyboard and the mouse. Otherwise, I'd do it. But it would be easier to put a link, wouldn't it?
Oh, I was trying to. Yeah. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna put it up.
Adrian wants to know if you ever tried Jenga with the kids.
We have, and actually, Nana and Papa bought us the giant Jenga. That's super fun. And then, yeah, that one's fun. I'm trying to think what other ones. There's one that's called. Oh, I forgot what it's called.
We've got a card game called Run Wild.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's not like with a regular deck of cards. It's a specific game called Run Wild. And the kids, it's pretty easy. Kids like playing that. We're going to have to do some games today.
There's a really fun game we have. I forgot the name. It's
She just posted it, by the way, Tara, that article I held up to the screen. You should be able to get that one.
This game, it's like 4 or 5 people, and it has 5 different identities. And so when the game starts, you take your identity. So you're from a certain country, and it tells you who you are, and you're not supposed to tell who you are. And then during the whole game, you're supposed to guess who the other person is. Isn't that fun? Those kind of games, and those are the ones that with our ripping and running, you just forget about. So those are things I'm looking forward to doing this weekend. Skippo is super fun. Have you ever played Skippo?
Yeah.
Yes, skip was fun.
I
I
don't
haven't
like it.
brought that one up in a while.
Kathy wants to know if our churches are closed this weekend. Is yours?
Mine is, yeah.
Yeah, mine was closed. It will be closed for 3 weeks for certain. One cool thing is those of us on the worship team got together on Wednesday and recorded a worship set that they're going to be releasing for people to be able to just have the familiarity of their worship teams and such. But yeah, ours is closed down for a couple of weeks. And quite frankly, I think every church should be doing that.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And there's precedent for this. The research I've done into Spanish flu in 1918, there were many communities that shut down church in 1918 to help prevent the spread of Spanish flu, and it helped.
Yeah.
So,
someone said their 2-year-old. Wait, my daughter's 2. So if we play Uno with her, she likes to just make 4 separate piles and stacks the colors. Aw. Nina, hi Nina. She says Wits and Wagers Family Edition is really fun. I've never heard of that. I'm gonna look that one up. Cranium, never got into, but that looks fun. She
it
says
can be
Cranium.
fun. I've played it before.
And who knew? She says great family games. I like Skippo because it's simple. I don't know if we have our deck yet. That's a fun one.
Well, and we heard from Jamie Buxton too, a Pause for Prayer contributor, that they did bingo. And they did it on Facebook Live with some friends.
Yeah.
She'd send a screenshot of the bingo board to people or different bingo boards. And they loved it. I mean, it doesn't have to be complicated stuff. I tend to dislike some of those really complex games.
Yeah.
That take, a week to read the directions,
Oh my goodness, yes.
2 weeks to explain, and they last for 10 weeks. I can't do that.
That's why Cranium I never got into. It looks complicated. But maybe it's not. Maybe I'm missing something. Tara says King of Tokyo is so fun. It's for 8 years plus. Perfect time to bust out Monopoly.
Yes.
I know that's right.
We can spare 3 hours now to actually play Monopoly, can't we?
Yeah. When we pull out those longer games, I love to turn the fireplace on. And it just those
I
are
think
cool.
Friday
Monopoly's a
has
good
got
one.
to have some of this for most families, where we've got to, I've let the kids kind of go. We've got to pull together a little bit today.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least I think my crew does, believe it or not.
Yeah. I'm going to watch with my older teens some movies and documentaries on pandemic because I don't think they get it. They got it for like 3 days. They're like, okay, yeah, we got this. And then now it's like getting old. So I've heard my sister watched Outbreak. I've never seen it. And
From
I know.
the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Good.
I saw a list, but the 2 main ones that I've heard of is Outbreak and Contagion. There's actually a board game that has really high reviews. Check out Amazon. And it's called Pandemic. And it has like a big map and it's like a lot of strategy. So I think I'm going to spend more time with the kids just in a fun way, helping them understand pandemics.
Somebody's got a question for us here. Scroll
Where?
up. It's
Up.
Sherry Ann, maybe? There we go. I'm an extrovert. Do you see it, Janelle?
Yeah. I'm an extrovert.
No.
I'm extroverted, but my husband, on the other hand, is an... Oh, so she's an introvert.
Yeah, I'm
Her husband's an
extroverted, she said, but
extrovert.
my husband, on the other hand, is extrovert.
We both work for a well-known supercenter, Walmart. He still socializes with customers, not me. Do you have any ideas how we can get through this and remain friends? Oh, man. What are your tips?
For Sarah and me, she's been going crazy with this. Like, she's been having one of the hardest weeks of her life this week. And I told you how I'm actually doing quite fine. I'm enjoying being a homebody and being forced to do it. One of the ways we're getting through it is that she's verbalizing to me a lot how she feels. And then I'm letting go of my desire to have her be a homebody with me this week.
Yeah.
Like, there was part of me that was like, yes, I can finally force her to be a homebody with me. But that's not what she needs. So I've been like letting go. And she's been in and out, in ways that comply with social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll come right home from work, get changed, vent about stress in life, and then go, I'm going for a run. I'll be like, great, see ya. She'll come back, I want to take the boys for a walk. Sounds great, see you later. I need to go sit in the car and stare at the trees outside. Sounds great,
good.
babe. Like, that's how we've survived, is just letting each other be who we are.
Oh, yeah.
More than ever, we can't change each other right now.
That's good.
At least, unless you have advice, I don't know.
Lauren says, Eddie says, pandemic, great game. I still have to get it. It looks good.
Whoa, is Eddie watching this? Eddie Cuevas is watching this?
Yeah.
I didn't know he's ever done that. He must be in the room with you, Lauren.
Tara says, pandemic, we have it. It's everyone versus the game. Really fun. Mike says, you two look like you've had a long week. I know I have. But for other reasons, got nothing to do with pandemic. With COVID. Robert says, Brian just made me wonder, how does being an introvert or extrovert influence our worship? I'll talk to my family about that. Anything to stop this frozen debate.
No,
That's
it does
funny.
affect worship. I think it does.
Sherry Ann, great, good advice. Loving the show. You guys are enjoyable.
Well, thanks, Sherry Ann.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Sherry
that.
Ann.
She loved my advice too, Janelle, didn't you?
I loved your advice. Let people be.
Do you see it? She didn't. Did you see her face?
Let people
She's
be.
so irritated with me. Rob wants to know how it affects our worship, the introvert extrovert. I think is actually a good question. Extroverts are the ones who you can't sit right next to them because they're like, yeah, they're dancing around, they're moving around, and when greeting time comes, they can't wait, and they're walking around. Introverts might be worshiping just as much as the person raising their hands, but they might be doing it like this.
Yeah.
And when it's time for greeting time, they suddenly have to go to the bathroom. They got somewhere to go.
Oh, yeah.
They're looking at their phone. I think it does influence things. Yeah, absolutely.
Jesse, thank you for the info. If you guys haven't watched it, look at her tips. She says pandemic documentary is good for background and understanding. Outbreak is good old movie. Contagion is more graphic. If you have a sensitive stomach, as I do not eat while you watch them.
Sarah and I just started the pandemic documentary yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got to say, it was almost eerie.
Ooh.
Like, it was produced and released prior to this whole thing. It wasn't made because of COVID-19. You can tell based on how intense the research is. It's newer.
Oh,
It's a
wow.
Netflix documentary, and it spans the globe. They do the documentary. They're in Vietnam. They're in India. They're in the United States. They're in Guatemala for part of it.
Yeah.
It deals with. It's fascinating, and it's. I mean, it's a lot because it deals so directly with what we're dealing with right now. They were going, it's just a matter of time before we have another flu-like pandemic from 1918. It's just a matter of when, not if. And it's like, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, good stuff, Jesse. I'll check them out. The Contagion one, I might have to watch that to see about my kids. I have a kid that's like in the middle. And some of the stuff we include him, some not. He's 13, so he can hang with the 16, 17-year-old, but not all the time. Ayanda. Hey, Janelle. Oh,
That's
and
TK.
Brian.
That's TK. Ayanda Kumalo. Yeah, right. It's the opposite. It's, hey, Brian, what's up? And, oh, whatever, Janelle. No, you're the man, Ayanda, or TK. Good to see you, brother. You actually, TK, I know you did some live worship for the Moody Radio morning show at WMBI in Chicago. You ought to post on here, my friend, if any of that's available for folks to check out. I know you did some of that. Somebody might want to check it out. Notice that, TK, I said that, not Janelle. For the next time you jump in, who's plugging you? It's this guy.
This guy. He's not loving his neighbor today. Woo! Giselle, my sister, y'all. That's my sister right there, Giselle Reyes. She is awesome.
She had a lot of fun with me at that cookout, I can tell you that.
Yes, and Sarah held her baby, and we're supporting each other. Our kids are loving it. And
She's
so
got to have her big sister boss her around for a week. That's
she
too bad.
loves it.
You need a break, Giselle. I told her that today. You need a break. She needs to let you get out the house for a little while.
Yeah, I told her yesterday she didn't go. She likes it when I run things, though. Thank you. She actually tells me that. She's like, you need to... Hey, Giselle. Yeah, she's doing a great job. She's such a great auntie.
She likes
and I'm
it when
glad
I
we're
run things.
together.
And then when Janelle is definitive about things, she just goes, thank you. As in, like, don't disagree with me. I know I'm wrong, but I'm not going to let you disagree with me. Go ahead.
Sandy says, who knew is the name of the game made by Cranium. It's easy to learn and fun. Ooh, I'll check that out because Cranium looked complicated. Oh, my goodness.
You can still get into, like, Target and Walmart, right?
You can
They
get
sell
it.
games?
Yes, you can.
They sell games.
You know
See,
what
can
I would
still
do? I'd do Amazon. Ain't nobody trying to. Or
Yeah.
I'll send
No, but they're
Isaiah
not.
into Target.
But they're not shipping that stuff right now, right? On Amazon? Aren't they only
I didn't
shipping
know.
essential stuff or whatever?
Oh, I haven't. I've been obedient to my husband. I haven't been ordering things.
Was he mad at you for that?
No, I'm trying to. We always trying to fight. Like, do I really need this? you know, I'm the one
yeah.
that's like, ooh, Amazon.
If Lynn had his way, he'd have one shirt, one pair of pants,
Yeah.
one pair of shoes.
It's crazy.
I'm fine. I don't need anything else.
He'll tell me, I don't know if Sarah does this. He'll be like, man, and he doesn't, it don't even have to be a pandemic. Just make some spaghetti and meatballs and the kids can eat that for 3 days. And I'm like, babe, like, oh my God, just make a whole bunch. They don't care. Yeah. If
They
it was
do.
up to him, it would be like,
Because what they do then is they start eating all the cereal when they get sick.
Yes!
Of the food. That's what they do.
yeah, oh. Tara says you always need it. Always need it. Sandy, okay, yeah, so we'll check out Who Knew. And the weekend started, Brian.
Yeah, we better get rolling here. She needs a break from me.
I need a break from Brian.
And
My husband is an introvert, and he's amazing. This introvert over here, I don't know what's going on over there.
see, I told you.
But
she
I'm
needs a
glad
break.
he's doing a great job with Sarah. Robert says, you send Isaiah. That's funny. Poor Isaiah. Isaiah is the bomb. Isaiah was 10 years old going into BJ's, grocery shopping. So, yeah, I send Isaiah or the other two that follow.
Yeah, this is nothing new. Janelle has stopped going into stores years ago. This is not the first time.
He would go in with a little shopping list. People at BJ's knew him. Isaiah's amazing.
My favorite thing she does actually is that she'll order herself
no.
food. She'll give the kids PB&J, order herself Chipotle, make her kids go in and get it for her.
Isaiah, I'll be like, listen, go into Chipotle and get my stuff.
And then they take turns on who gets whatever's left when mommy gets full.
You remember that?
Oh, I remember
that.
Maybe you want to try that one.
Heather says, yes, haha, my husband and kids do the same. They start eating all the cereal. What is up with that? My kids are eating all, we got our freezer's full, our fridge is full, and they're eating cereal. Oh my goodness, I'm glad to know my kids ain't crazy.
And they're opening new boxes of cereal and leaving boxes half full.
Can I say something?
It's not their favorite.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if your kids are doing this. Do they leave the gallon of milk on the table? No.
Oh, sure.
Is it just my kids?
Sure.
Gallon of milk every time. And then half the box right there. And I'm like, oh, that's how I know they're eating all the cereal. So annoying,
Yeah.
Heather. We need a hug.
And I keep getting this one from my kids too. We did leftover night last night. I had a bunch of leftovers out.
Oh, that's good.
And I'll say, well, why don't you have this? You really enjoyed that 2 days ago. And they'll go, it's not my favorite.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So the rest of your life, you're only going to eat what's your favorite.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Len says. Len's like, I don't care what your favorite is. This is what you got. But Len's not home all day.
But because, like, isn't that part of life? Is, you know what? I eat things sometimes that aren't my favorite, but it's good. No, they're only going to eat their favorite cereal, their favorite meal. Wow, we got to fix that.
Thank you, TK. He shared worship time in Chicago this past Monday. Mike says, or the kids put the gallon back in the fridge empty. Oh my goodness.
All the time.
That's the kind of stuff that's driving me nuts. Because any other time I'll be like, okay, y'all got practice, get out. When they're home all day, a lot of the stuff is like accentuated. Tara said something hilarious. Giselle, you're on. You know our brother would agree. Tara says cereal, it's easy to make. That's what he does. That's how he cooks. He cooks cereal and just.
I tell you what. And I've been having a good time with this one. Check this out.
Yeah.
Here's what the kids do with the empty boxes, right? So I'm looking at the inventory a week ago to go get all this food for the kids.
Ooh.
And I realized,
Yeah.
like, we usually get at Aldi that big pack of ramen, right? That's got,
Oh, yeah.
how many things of ramen in there? Like,
A whole lot. I got the
whole
one
lot.
at Costco, yes.
and
Huge.
so I look in there and I just touched the box and realized the kids had put the empty box back in their ramen package.
What?
So what I did is I
Oh
went
my
and I bought
God.
a whole new pack of ramen,
Oh my
okay?
God.
Whole new pack of it. And when I got home, I pulled out the empty box and I put in the ramen, the new one. Guess what there's a whole full container of right now?
Wow.
The ramen, because they're so lazy. They knew they put an empty box in there. They look in, they see the box from the side. They think it's an empty box. They don't know.
Oh,
because
my
they're so lazy
goodness.
and they put away empty boxes of things in the cabinets.
Homemade granola is amazing. I want to learn how to make it. I tried one time and I burnt it. I'm not doing a great job. My friend Marcella is a genius at that. But I was going to say, guess what my kids do with ramen? This is how crazy my kids are. They'll take ramen and they want to... No. They want it to be... Some of them want it to be saltier than it is. So they'll take one and make it and then take another one, open it, and take the little salty... That is crazy!
So they leave one package of ramen with no
Without-
seasoning.
And so when you call everybody, who did this? I don't know.
Nobody. I don't know who did that.
Oh my gosh, that kind of
Wow.
stuff. Can I just vent a little bit? That kind of stuff wants to want to fight your kids. Like you just want to be like, man, can I just get you?
No, you want to go, you know
Oh
what you're
my
going to eat for
God.
dinner tonight? Ramen with no seasoning.
Oh,
That's what your dinner is.
My
Because
goodness.
you did it. And you see your sister going, bet you don't remember that when you made the kids go and get your food and then they could take turns getting your leftovers. Bet you don't remember that.
Adrian says they know now, Brian. They're listening.
No, I hate to tell you this, Adrian. They don't listen to me now or when I'm at home. They don't listen. I want to see how long I can go. I'm going to go home today and tell them, you realize you've been sitting at a full container of ramen all week. Oh, we didn't know that. We didn't know that. Why? Because you all knew it was empty and you put the empty box back
Yo,
in there.
kids are crazy. I don't understand it. I thought it was my kids.
No.
Oh my God.
Just yesterday, my son reaches up, takes the brand new box of, they like the Cocoa Krispies the best.
Oh yeah.
And I go, son, you got a whole bunch of cereal in there that's still full. What are you doing that for? Oh, those are my favorite, Dad. Oh, okay. Well, we'll see what your favorite is when there's all that's left is your not so favorites.
They better not complain about none of this when they got kids. That's all I'm saying. None of that. I don't want to hear nothing. Robert says, Monday show, what do your kids do that drive you crazy? Yes! Oh, I love that.
Actually, Robert.
Oh, I love that.
What have your kids been doing that's been driving you crazy? That's Monday's show.
Oh, that was brilliant.
Rob, are you going to get in line, Rob?
I love it, Adrian, Janelle. It's all kids. You know what, though, Adrian?
Tell her about
I
that.
was a stay-at-home mom. I was going around to the parks and the libraries, and I knew that. But now I'm like home, and I'm forgetting. And my husband, all he does all day. I had never met kids so lazy. I had never met kids that talk back so much. I had never met kids that waste so much. His kids are the craziest kids in the world.
I never make kids eat cereal so much and leave the box out. And no.
He thinks it's, and I'm like, can you just talk to Brian? Forget the world. And it's not that your kids are crazy, but
No.
because he intensifies on our kids and he thinks it's our kids, and then he'll take it personal. He'll be like, yo, do you know how much I work? Because he'll open, I'm sorry, I know we're Christians and we're not supposed to waste, but I'm going to be real. He'll open the trash and find like mad food, and he's like, y'all just don't care? Or
They
like
don't.
cereal, all this milk. They don't want to drink it. They don't. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Or
my kids got problems.
I'm going to pour a whole bowl of cereal, fill the bowl with milk, take 2 bites and go, I'm full.
Oh my god.
You're full, huh? You're full? That's how that works?
Like the
Or-
way you say it.
The Rice Krispies or Cocoa Krispies, right? When you leave all the leftover stuff, it turns to cement. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I've told you it turns to cement.
Yeah.
You know it turns to cement. And you take it and you leave it right here.
Oh
All day.
my goodness. Listen, y'all. You know what this brings up? That meme that's going on saying the doctors ain't going to come up with no vaccine for corona. All the parents that are home with their kids in the next few weeks, everybody, we all going to get together and be like, we got this, y'all. We going to figure this out.
Oh.
Oh, Heather says, have you seen the story about the mom who start taping dollar bills to the bottom tiny piece of trash on the floor in the house to see how long it takes someone to pick up trash that isn't theirs? A piece of trash was on the floor for over a week. Not the kids or her husbands picked it up. Trash, straight up wrappers on the floor. That
Because
is
you know what they
straight
say.
crazy.
I heard this yesterday. Gave everybody assignments with a little spot they're going to pick up. My second grader. Oh, that's not mine.
Yes.
Yeah, that bowl's not mine.
Oh my god.
And then I put him over on the side and I look at him in the face and I go, the dinner I just made, is that just for me?
Yes.
You-
Yes.
Do you see the dishes I just did?
Oh my gosh.
Are those just mine? Pick up your brother's bowl.
So selfish. I'm not even going to put a name on it, but my kids, you'll tell this particular kid, and he's not little. Clear the table. He'll go like this. All kinds of stuff on the table. He'll pick up like 2 things. I put the stuff that I took out, I put it away. And I'm like, dude, you know how much stuff I do for you? You're going to look at that whole table and just pick the stuff that you did? Doesn't that drive you nuts? Oh my gosh,
It drives me
dude.
crazy.
Oh, this is helping. This is very therapeutic. Thank you. Oh, this is awesome. I needed this.
I feel a little better.
Thank you.
And I feel like Rob's right. I think we ought to do that on Monday.
Yes. And we need this. We need to be there for each other.
We love our kids, whatever. We don't want to provoke them to anger, but we're going to talk about them on the radio.
I
I'll
don't
tell you
care.
that.
I don't care.
That's
It's
what we're
better
gonna
than
do.
going home and going crazy on them. Lana says, how about when the guy The gallon jug of milk is put back in the fridge with 1 teaspoon of milk. Why? And they make sure they'll like get enough and be like, oh.
Do you know why? Because they want to be able to go, it's not empty.
Oh.
I put it back. There's a drop of milk in there because, somebody might want that. I don't want to waste. Dad, you always say don't waste stuff, Mom.
Yes. Adrian says, that's the orange juice at my house. So annoying. Kel says, the dried cereal. So true. I know what Janelle means about fighting your kids on this one. Thank you. You just want to be like, if I could just, That's when I tell my husband, these are your kids. I'm going upstairs. And he rescues me. I don't know if y'all do that to each other, but be like, these are your kids.
Yeah, she'll go, Brian, you hear what your kids did? I'll be like, they're yours too. Or how about this one? There's really good leftovers everybody likes. Your kid takes it out of the fridge, opens the container, takes out the last one, whatever it is, the rest of it, covers it up, puts it back in the fridge.
Yeah.
Because they're too lazy to walk to the sink. So you go and you're like, I can't wait to eat this.
Oh my god.
It's empty. Does that happen to you?
Yes. I thought what you were going to say is, do you kids do this? They're old enough to serve themselves, right? They're grown.
They're old enough.
And you put up the fries, let's just say, and chicken nuggets. And you come in and like half the thing is gone. And you're like, oh my gosh, there are other people in this house. They don't care. And they'll just be like.
They don't care.
Oh my gosh.
And then they'll go, I'm full. I can't finish this.
Oh my gosh.
And I have to stand there and police it. I'll be like, all right, come get dinner. All right. And now remember, and I'll name the kid. There's other people here.
Yeah. It's like they don't like.
Don't you take all that food. And you know what? Better for you to be hungry, come back for seconds than waste all the food and take it for yourself.
Oh my goodness. Margaret says my husband does this. 68 years old. Oh, Margaret. Robert, I love Len. I'm not the only crazy dad. He is straight crazy. But you know what he says? Kids need to know. He's like, they got to know that one of us is crazy so they don't go like one of your parents will go there. So he likes that. Deborah, we say that the last 2 empties, the whatever, has to do the dishes so no one empties it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you got to change that rule. That's not working for you.
Man, guys, thank you. I needed this. What a way to end the week.
Well,
Heather says all my kids do that stuff too.
Yeah. It's not just you.
That's good.
All the kids are crazy. And see, this is one of the reasons I got into Christian media, because I was so tired of listening to like regular Christian radio show, and they're like, well, last night my children, after they finished all their chores without complaining, we sat down by the fire and we took turns reading scriptures. And I was like, well, that's not what my kids are doing.
No.
So I'm going to be the guy that says that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get them to do that.
No, we love them. All of that.
Kinda.
I don't know.
I mean, most days we love them. We're supposed to.
So come back for Monday. We're going to be venting on Monday, y'all.
All
Grab
right.
your cup of coffee. Ooh, it's going to get real.
We out.